Hi guys, it's that time of year again. It's vision board season. Before you jump into making yours, I thought I might give you some inspiration by showing you how my vision board this year came true, what aspects of it came true, and which aspects I'll be continuing for my vision board next year. So let's jump right in. If you're new here, I'm Dr. Tiffany Shelton Mariol. I am a neuropsychologist, I am a published author, and I'm the founder of My Ambition. I post every single week about how to plan, manifest, and enjoy your dream life. So if you like videos like that, be sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss out when I post. Okay guys, jumping right in, I don't usually recommend sharing your goals or your vision board, but the reason I'm doing it is the end of the year, and anytime you see like a plan with me, I give like a consolidated version of my goals, which I would feel comfortable with, not explicit, just because it just changes your vibe. But it's the end of the year, so I'm going to share my vision board and kind of jump into how it came true and why I put some certain things on my vision board. Okay, so let's start with the top left corner. You will see I have myself on a Forbes mock-up magazine and some other female founders that I admire. Throughout the year, I have started learning more about female founders that I look up to. So I would like to keep this for next year, but I would like to add in some new folks that I have found. These are some women that you may know yourself that I put on here for inspiration, and myself in like the corner because that's what I'm going for. I wanted to found my company, My Ambition, and set the foundation of a new company that can scale. And I will say that even though I hit some bumps in the road this year with my Kickstarter, I am on track with that goal. I feel like everything happens for a reason. And one of the ways I am using the art of allowing is by learning from the feedback from that Kickstarter and reiterating my first My Ambition planner and relaunching it, which I just launched this month. So all in all, positive things. Some of those life challenges are hard along the journey to manifesting, as you guys know, but we have to use them to become our higher manifested self. And I feel like I was able to do that. To the right of that, you guys will see I put an office inspiration photo, which you'll see a couple of those kind of home interior office inspirations on my vision board, because I really had a goal to redesign my office space, which I have a whole video on how I did that, so you guys could see that for yourself. That was definitely manifested. I'm so happy with how my home office turned out, and I'm really happy that I was able to take the time, take the resources aside to invest in it, because I do work here each and every day in my home office. So it's important to be in a space that makes you feel motivated, inspired, and vibrates high. So I was able to do that. Same thing with my bedroom, which I have a couple pictures on my vision board for inspiration to do that as well. So those were other things that I was able to manifest in my personal life as far as my environment. We've been in our house for a couple of years now, but we've been having babies back to back. So we moved in, and it's been really hard to kind of unpack and get settled in. And that was a goal for me this year. And I really feel like I was able to accomplish that, which makes me very happy. You'll also see a picture there of a stack of books. That picture for me represented, I also have a Kindle picture on here. Those things represented for me learning and reading this year, by reading as well as by courses, and I was able to manifest those things into my life. I read a lot of books this year that were insightful and helpful. I learned a lot, either through reading them on my Kindle, listening to them on Audibles, and I also took a few courses, which I reviewed on my channel if you want to know which online courses I took this year. Just expanded me in my growth as a founder, as well as in my personal life and managing money, those kinds of things. So that's definitely something that came true. Continuing along the top row of my vision board, something else that really manifested this year, which I'm so happy about, is our family vacation, which is represented here on my vision board by the umbrellas and a picture of our family, just creating good family memories. And we definitely did that. We spent 3 weeks in the south of France, and it was just a dream come true. It rejuvenated me even as a mom, because it was kind of a moment of realizing for me that I can still do all the things I used to love before I had kids, now that I do have kids. And not only that, I can incorporate my family into those adventures, and my kids got to bond. I got to regroup and reset, and it was just an amazing time. So I was glad that that was a big goal of mine at the beginning of the year, and it certainly manifested, and we had an amazing time. Now let's move to the bottom left side of my quadrant, quadrant of my vision board, and kind of jump into what some of these pictures represent for me. I love to put on my vision board not just material things, but also how I want to feel. What vibe do I want to align with in my becoming, in my journey to becoming this person that has manifested what I want. So the road signifies exactly that. It signifies the journey that I'm going on to become a mother, a wife, and a businesswoman that I'm currently manifesting. So that's what that is picture is about enjoying the journey. And I was really intentional about doing that this year. Really, one of my main goals was prioritizing my joy and my health. And I think I was able to do that. And sometimes you really have to prioritize a sustainable hustle, one that you can maintain over a long period of time. And one of the ways I do that is prioritizing my joy. Under that, I have a picture of a microphone that represents me starting my podcast, which I certainly manifested. I was able to stay consistent. I think I'm at like 46 episodes now. I'm really proud of myself because it's not an easy feat to be a mom, a wife. I'm already making YouTube videos. I'm a neuropsychologist. So I have a lot of things on my plate, but it was important to me to expand the way that I put myself out there. And I really love listening to podcasts. So I wanted to do it. And I set myself that goal, and it certainly manifested. I also have this quote here: money easily flows to me in abundance. That certainly manifested. I got a book deal that I wasn't really even expecting. My publisher reached out to me from the previous books I did. That was extra income. Like I said, I relaunched my planner at the end of this year, which still counts for this year. I got promoted in my corporate job. So money was definitely flowing to me. And I also had like 3 or 4 unexpected checks of either refunds or old money that I didn't know was mine that was issued to me. So that definitely, I felt in flow with finances this year for sure. Under that, you have some pictures of Vogue. That is just kind of representing my desire to get back into like my editorial fashion love of just looking good, feeling good in everything that I do. And I definitely feel like I leaned into that this year, and that's something I'm going to continue into next year. After becoming a mom, I felt like I lost a little bit of that, and I was able to get it back this year by really focusing on doing things that make me feel good. And that a lot of that involves getting dressed up, even in my product design, really putting editorial vibes first. Above that, I have a mountain, which just represents, the ebbs and flows of challenges and overcoming them and being open to them. And I feel like with my Kickstarter, I really had to do that. It was an experience that initially brought me so many different feelings. I have a whole video on my experience with that, but definitely having to climb those mountains and learn from those lessons is something I leaned into. And then the picture to the right of that with the waterfall is just another representations of leaning into my abundance, flowing with my abundance. It makes me feel good when I look at that picture. So that's just another way that I represented that. And not just financial abundance, but health and happiness and all those sorts of things. I really feel like my mental health was a priority for me this year, especially after going through postpartum a couple years ago. And I'm happy to be maintaining my prioritization of my mental health. Then moving on to the right of that on my vision board, I have a few things that I've already kind of talked about, but are just more pictures, prioritizing my joy and my health. So eating better, which I definitely leaned into compared to last year when I was pregnant with my son last year. I mean, I still have my moments and I'm still wanting to lose more weight, but I'm in a pretty good place, even if I don't. I feel like I lost a lot this year and got back on the way that I desire to eat, which is healthy, with occasional indulgences. I also have a picture of me prior to kids there doing yoga, because my yoga game was super strong before my kids. And I will say this is something that I could do better at. While I have been exercising, I want to incorporate more yoga. So that'll probably something that'll stay on my vision board for next year. I have a picture of me and my hubby there. That's actually the day that we got engaged, and that just represents reconnecting as husband and wife, not just mom and dad. And we were very intentional with that this year, with date nights and taking time for us and spending time together, and the nights and during the apps, and really prioritizing our relationship as parents. Then the hands on the tree just represents like connection with nature and hiking. And we live in Colorado, so naturally that has been a part of our life now, which I'm really happy with. Then moving on to the final right bottom quadrant, if you will, of my vision board. I have this picture of a family dressed alike because I love dressing our family alike and for family photos. So we were able to do this a couple of times. We were able to do this in France. We also we all dressed as dinosaurs for Halloween and for our holiday card, which is coming out soon. We had jeans and the white shirt. So those are good family memories. And then more to family memories to the right of that is a picture of the south of France, which I already told you guys about. Then I have a picture of my Dream Life Academy logo because I wanted to revamp it and relaunch it, which I was able to just do. Relaunched on December 2nd. If you haven't checked it out or want to know more information about it, be sure to check the link below and you can check it out. Another picture of me doing some yoga. And then I have two quotes that are pretty inspiring when I was looking at my vision board every day this year. So the first one is, you don't have to be extreme, just be consistent. I have a tendency to want to do all the things, and it really helped me to have this on my vision board, this quote about just choose the one or two most important things that I want to do to move the needle for my personal life, for my business life, and just be consistent. I don't have to try to do all the things. And then the other quote that's I really like and really inspiring this year was, I am healthy, wealthy, and happy, because it's not just about material things. I want to also be healthy and happy, and just affirming that in my everyday life was really helpful. And then lastly, I have a picture of a nursery here because I wanted to update my kids' nursery. I was able to do it for Layla because I already had all the stuff for it and just needed to reset everything out. But for my son, I still need to really put some attention and love into his room. So that'll be one that carries on to the next year. So that's it. That's how my vision board came true this year. I'm really happy with how things turned out this year, the good and the challenging. I take it all. I'm open to it all, and I'm continuing on this journey to manifest my new dreams. Thank you guys so much for watching. Cheers to planning, manifesting, enjoying your dream life. Please subscribe to my channel, and until next time, namaste.